This is not your regularly scheduled Sororita Saturday, like it usually is. Good morning, Rick. Um, Good morning, good morning. We are not painting up sisters this morning. I feel a little bit stagnant in painting them every Saturday, which isn't a bad thing. Just after taking a commission where I had to paint things all the same, army-wise, standard, I just was sort of sitting there. I was like, I want to do something different, and I have a bunch of different models that I have been meaning to paint. One of them being the Skaven from Warhammer Underworlds, which is one of their smaller games. It's a two-person game. I need to fix my. Need to fix this really quickly, but they're really cool. They're like little like rat things. Very scary looking, super gross. Let me fix my camera as I'm talking. Good morning, Philip. Hello, hello. But yeah, so that's what I am going to be working on today. Pardon the fact that I am about to mess things up for a moment. Okay, and then apply. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna be painting these up today. I have some contrast paints that I bought specifically for them. So I was really excited to try them out. Let's see if I can get that to sit there. Don't have my handy dandy usual handle that I have. So this will do. So yeah, this is what we're gonna be painting up. We'll see. I'm gonna start with this one first. He is a really cool model. He's like sitting on like a sewer gutter, which is really cool. So I'm going to be painting him and seeing how far I get. But I have the Sigvold Burgundy and the Rattling Grime, which are two new paints from their contrast line that I thought would be really good to use on these. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's see here. Let's start with this. Morning, Tabletop Junkie. Good morning, PT. I remember the correct start time for Saturdays. Yes! Woohoo! It's hard to remember sometimes. I feel like I'm always trying to remember different time zones too, and that's what really gets me tripped up. Cool. So I was trying to see where to start with this, and honestly the base of this is really calling to me because it looks super cool. So I'm going to use some Bacillium. I never know how to pronounce this. We're going to use this and sort of get started there. So how is everybody's Saturday morning going so far? Nice. That is really nice and useful. I know, I feel like an AC is like a must right now with how bad the weather has been recently. $105 for 3 days? Yep, that sounds about accurate. It has been well over 100 every day for the last, I don't even know, month has it been here where I live? Ugh, it's horrendous. Good morning, Carrie. Hello. Offshore roughs doing good, paying bills. Okay, yes, perfect. We love it. I love to see that you're using Saturday mornings again for paying some bills. Off to a rough start this morning. Had to cover a few hours on a day shift on top of working the night shift. That sucks. That really blows. Oh, I'm so sorry. No thank you, quite frankly. Okay, I think I'm gonna do Sigil Burgundy next. Going from waking up around 10 a.m. to waking up at 5 a.m. is definitely not fun. That doesn't sound fun. I'm so sorry. It's also just like ridiculous, like they didn't have anyone else they could have called in. Gonna be one tired barbarian. Do I hear a D&D game in the midst today? Carrie and Philip. Unfortunately, can't see around because I have a video editing commission project to work on, which is super exciting. That is exciting. Nice. 12 out of 10. Amazing. Cool. Well, no worries. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic morning yourself. I will see you Sunday morning. If the little pants go down all the way, I cannot tell. I don't think they do. Should probably pull up a picture of how people have painted these because currently struggling to figure that out at the moment. So. There's a whole other band to this game that I'm excited to paint as well. So, but I bought this so my partner and I could play a game of Warhammer together without having to teach her all the intricacies of 40k or Sigmar. Cool, nice. I like the burgundy on this. I feel like I really wanted something bright rather than putting them in some really grimy clothes, and I feel like this is pretty good. Let's bring that down and maybe that'll help. Morning, Atlas. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Okay, I'm gonna pull a picture up of these really quickly for myself because I think I need that. Nethermaze, Skaven. Just want to see how everyone else has painted them. It helps me figure out what I want to do with them. Okay, so it looks like got off work a little early so I get to watch your stream today. Yay! Cool. Cool, nice that you got off work early. Or I guess somewhat nice, I know. I'm debating what I want the color of these Skaven to be specifically. I feel like, do I want to make them more flesh tone? Because usually that's how they're painted, is a little bit more like flesh tone like. I don't think that's really what I want. They look weird. I kind of like this one. Okay, how does this work? Okay, so Dryad bark. One thing brown. Sorry, y'all. I should have done this earlier, but here we are. Warfarin brown, bestial brown, intense brown, blood tracker brown, flat brown, heavy sienna. Oh. Actually, you know what? I know how I'm painting these guys. Sorry. All right. got a little bit of the contrast paint on that. Really wants to stick in there. Homebrew. Ooh, very nice. I love homebrewing pantheons for things. It is very fun. Coming up with like names and like symbols and that sort of thing. It's always very fun to do. So, very cool. The deities others part, and I came up with 4 curse words that are not curse words. Nice. Yeah, I don't know, that part's fun to me, coming up with those. Mostly because I do like draw a lot from what already exists and just kind of change things a little. So what am I up to today? I don't know what I'm up to today. I have some D&D prep I gotta do. So I'll probably be doing a lot of that today. Really, it is a very chill Saturday, which is very nice because we have a lot of housework stuff we should probably do, but also kind of hoping we can just chill out. So, yeah. But, so yeah, that's kind of what's on my plate today. We'll see how much of it I accomplish. Should really clean around the office because my space has gotten really chaotic, and I feel like I need to clean it in order to, I don't know, in order to feel like I can work in here without feeling very stressed. I just have piles everywhere. Things have just sort of like started going everywhere, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to today. That's me. What are you up to today, Atlas? Just to add flavor to the world, granted it should be appropriate. But I figured to add language to it. Oh, cool. Very nice. Very cool. Yeah, this should be a good sort of relaxing day, I suppose. Hopefully. Probably catch up on Critical Role. We're almost close to being caught up. which is really nice. We've been watching it a little bit more when we get the chance, because I've been working from home a little bit more, so we sort of sit around and watch it, which has been really nice. So yeah. Catching up on some cleaning and crafts. Oh, what? You got a new tattoo? That's awesome. Dang, very cool. What is it? I've really wanted a new tattoo recently. I just am like, I need to save up and like intentionally save up for it before I just sort of go and get one. I also feel like what I want is not something, probably something I should actually chat with like a tattoo artist. We'll see. But then I'm also like, I don't know what I want, so it's also an issue. Alright, and on the tail I'm gonna leave like that because I think I want it to be a pinkish color. We'll see. Cool. Okay. So I'm thinking is that I think I want to do more of like a fur color for these, because the burgundy is pretty bright. So I think I want to do like a I'm thinking I might use this color, sort of add in. I like this color a lot. I think it's very similar to like a burnt sienna almost. Nice. Sounds very pretty. Good morning, dear. Cool.
Remember to stay hydrated.
Oh, let me grab. I actually don't have water. I can grab some water in a second. Hey, what's up?
I'm getting you some water.
Thank you. I always forget to grab water. I really gotta get better at it. Thank you. Okay, I will drink water now. Oof. And a posture check. Atlas is checking all the boxes off right now. Whew. Oh gosh. I feel like I need to do some like intense stretching today. My body feels like all sorts of like out of whack right now. PT, how are your penitent engines going? Any progress on those? There's a method to this madness. At some point, this will get a little bit lighter, and then I'll figure it out. Okay, what do I... What do I want to do? I am struggling to figure out how to paint these. Slowly but surely, I'm hopping around a bit. Yeah, that's fair. The penitent engine is like the one thing that I haven't started yet because I'm just sort of looking at it and I'm like, that looks like it's gonna be pretty difficult. So mostly that I already have it all glued together, so of course it's not like I can do things in sub-assembly, which is fine. I probably shouldn't do things in sub-assembly sometimes because I feel like it hinders my ability to actually paint. But yeah. Nice floral botanical sleeve. I so desperately want to continue like working. I would love to start a sleeve. I would love to eventually like get this tattoo like into like a sleeve potentially, like of just like fantasy stuff, because I really want a dragon tattoo, and I've considered doing the dragon from the book cover of Priory of the Orange Tree because it's really pretty and I freaking love that book, my whole heart. And I also think it would be a really good dragon to use because I feel like I really dislike a lot of dragon tattoos that people get, especially when you have mainly like white people getting like Japanese or like Chinese dragon tattoos, like Asian dragon tattoos. It's just like doesn't sit well with me. But then also like I feel like with European dragons, like people either go to like the classic like look of like Game of Thrones, they with the dragon tattoo, yeah. But yeah, so I feel like I get really picky. So like I feel like I go to look for dragon tattoo inspiration and I just get frustrated because I'm like, Like, these are not the dragon tattoos I want to see. But the part of the orange trees dragon is beautiful, and I would love it. It also already has like the curling, because what I want it is to curl around like my like shoulder and like bicep. And so like what I want is like, it already looks like it's curling because it's curling around a tower, and I just feel like it would be perfect. So the hope to continue. And then I'm like, maybe I just make it a sleeve and just do a bunch of fantasy stuff all over my right arm. So it took me a second to understand what you were saying, Atlas, and now that you've said it, it's sinking in with me, and I'm like, I love that a lot. I feel like this is going to be a drastic change from the color I was just using, but I think it'll actually look good. Kinda does, actually. He looks like a little, like, brown bear now. Resist a good dad joke. 100%. Yeah. I don't know why I said that. That was weird. I apologize. I will refrain from saying that ever again. 100% is what I meant. Is this actually the color that I wanted? I don't know. I don't know what I was doing with this like fur. Is it fur? Is it skin? I have no idea. Does it matter? I feel like it just doesn't matter, is the truth of it. Again, this guy just looks now like he's like a little brown bear. With like the nose and everything going on. Now that I'm putting more of this, what is this color called? Forget what this color is called. Let me figure it out. But now that I'm putting more of this color on, I feel like it looks less like a brown bear, but when he had just done his little snoot, it definitely looked brown bear-esque. All good. So I recently found out, I think this is, yeah, I recently found out League of Legends did a bunch of stuff with a bunch of different artists to create like copyright-free music, and I found like they have several albums worth of it. It's like a good like 4-hour, 5-hour playlist. So that is what we've been listening to a little bit more this last couple of weeks. I've really been enjoying it. I think they have some good stuff. So. Oh no. I was talking about how I recently found out League of Legends had partnered with a bunch of different artists to create like copyright-free music. And that's what we've been listening to, and I've really been enjoying it. It's a really good, they have like a few albums worth of it. So that's what we've been listening to on streams recently. And I've really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend. If anyone's looking for some, I'm always looking for, I feel like I like pretzel a lot, but I feel like sometimes I feel very limited in their selection that they give, and I don't feel like paying money to use their service because it's expensive. So they only give so much stuff to those who use it for the free version. So I've been trying to find more and more things that are like DMCA free, copyright free, and this has been a pretty good alternative so far. Okay, that looks pretty good so far. I like where that's going. So I think maybe adding a little bit of a lighter color would be good eventually, but not at the moment. So I'm also thinking for the tail, I think I'm gonna do this color, this sort of like brown sandy color, and then I'm gonna go over it with a couple of different washes. I think I want the tip to be pink, and then I was thinking just putting a whole wash of maybe Agrax on it, I think might look good. So it's got all these crevices, and I would love to get those painted. I'm trying to figure out where the lighting is going to be best. Answer is I have no idea. Still trying to figure out a whole lighting situation for all of these. The white is not helping. Once this is fully painted, I think it'll look a little bit better, but I think the natural sunlight is also throwing it off a bit. It's not a bad problem to have. Perfect. Cool. And then I'll go over that with a little bit of Agrax. I think, what do I want to do? Rattling. Cool. Sorry. So I was thinking for these, because I was thinking, thinking about using the I like kind of want like there to be this like sort of sickly green glow. I was thinking for the bottom here, for this bottom part right here, I was thinking about doing some of the militarium green and then going over it and dry brushing with like a dark stone color. I think that's what I want to do to give it like a sickly green color. I just think it might look really neat. Hopefully. We'll find out. But let's get it going up in here. Kind of do a little bit of that. Perfect. So have it like that. Got it a little bit up on that that gray, and then go from there. I think I'll have it sort of on the edges of like this too, but this is gonna be copper. I'm gonna paint it a copper color, this the sewer pipe, and go from there. Because also like I think the green I'm gonna use up here on this like weird noxious looking magic that they have on their swords, so I was thinking about using that. Basically this morning I'm just like, how many ways can I use contrast paints that I own? This rattling grime, I'm trying to figure out where I want it to go. I think I might use it on the copper once that's painted. Yeah, I think so. I think that's good. So, get this contrast shaken up. Apologize if you can hear the people doing yard work out there. Apartment complex, I guess, is getting some work done, and they love their leaf blowers. Okay, there is that nice copper color, and then I think that is also gonna get, I think I'm gonna do rattling grime over that actually. Rattling grime and then kind of go over it with like highlights, I think might be a good idea. So I think that is where I'm gonna do. stone, wherever it is. Where is it? Oh, it's up there. Because I put it up there. Welcome back. Oh no, was it not dry? Oh, that's okay. Whoops. That's not bad. Okay. Well, we can work on some other parts of this. Let's see. So do rattling plus shade over this. No worries, Tabletop Junkie. Thank you so much for sticking around. Enjoy your AC and have a good rest of your day. Alright, let's see here. Let's do some rattling grime. This stuff's like gnarly to look at. It's really grody. I know it's technically a contrast. I really don't think I could ever use it as a contrast because it doesn't look like it'd be really good on much of anything. It looks more shade to me than it looks like a contrast, and that's just my feeling about it. Alrighty. Oh, yes, I've been meaning to look at it. I read a little bit of it. Sorry, I got distracted. I was like, what is that booming noise? It is someone with their stupid speakers going by. Anyways, okay. Yeah, I've been meaning to look at it because I saw vaguely what you said, and I was like, I have no idea what any of those are, but I am intrigued now. So, I appreciate it. Thank you. The thing that I am potentially throwing at my players next week, I hope, does some intense damage. If it doesn't, I'll be a little sad. So, let's see. It's one thing to have one. Here's where I sort of struggle because I'm like, oh gosh, I'm like, it's one thing to have one barbarian in like a group. When I have two, it is quite difficult to try and because like the other thing is like I don't want to have to fully have attention brought on the barbarians only to try and get combat to be difficult. I think combat can still get difficult without singling out the barbarians. It's just one of those things where it's definitely something that is new territory to me, and I am trying to figure out, so. That's the life of the DMG. I think you have a great combat. Yes, exactly. No, I do too. No, really, like, I feel like there are certain combat encounters that I'm like, oh, this will be incredibly difficult, and then my players, like, damage it, like, the thing. That's the other thing. It's like, I feel like if I sick one creature onto them, they'll get it easy. But then, like, if I do a few more, it's a little bit easier to, like, get them to have combat be a little bit more difficult, I suppose is what I'm saying. But when it's just one, it is so hard for me to find something that is just, like, it's just like, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, anyways, what I'm saying is basically, like, there are some times when I'm like, oh, this will be such a difficult encounter, and then it ends up not being, and I'm just like, how am I ever going to... Balancing is just, like, really difficult for me sometimes. I feel like I should just start throwing difficult things at my players and just see what happens. Yeah, you did do pretty good with all the goblins. Yeah, for sure. I'm not saying you guys didn't do good. I'm just saying that basically, like, you know, it's difficult for me to figure out a good balance. Cause, like, I don't know. I feel like I struggle with combat just for the sake of having combat in a session. Like, I kind of just, like, I feel like the way that combat is set up in D&D, especially 5th edition, is that it wants you to basically have, like, 6 encounters a day. But the truth of the matter is that, like, no one's ever going to have 6 combat encounters a day, because going through combat can take anywhere between, like, an hour to 2 hours to sometimes 3 hours. You know, especially when you have a large party. And things get wildly unbalanced when you have a larger party. So yeah, exactly. Sessions would be like an all-day affair. Like, at that point, no. So because of that, because they set up, you know, encounters Oh yeah, I think you guys could handle harder monsters. It's just a matter of like what hard monsters I want to throw at you, you know? Yeah, 6, it is a lot. It's not the worst, but it definitely is like it is a new foray into trying to figure out how to do combat, you know? Which is why I'm always kind of hesitant to like level people up a little bit faster, because I'm like, there's 6 of you. You guys are fine being at like level 5 for a little bit while longer, you know? So, yeah. It's an interesting line to toe, I suppose, is really what I'm getting at. So, anyways. Yeah, necessary combat versus combat just for the sake of letting people fight some things. I don't know. It's why I don't it's why I'm like, no, it's milestones, not XP, because like I just don't want people to fight for the sake of fighting things. Brennan Lee Mulligan, I feel like, has made a good I think he's talked about this before, where he's like, if things were XP, you would just have wizards going out there just like leveling up solely just to like go fight things, you know? Like a wizard school that is literally just based on like, let's go fight this thing really quickly. And that's just not fun, you know? I don't know, like, if some people want combat for the sake of having combat, that's fine. I totally respect that, but Mike Wazowski. Wizard UFC, yeah. Oh my gosh. My players are in the Underdark, and they're in this place called the Undercity. The Undercity is mainly ran by a beholder, who is basically the equivalent of like Xanathar, if you know who Xanathar is, but he's actually known. Like, he is like, it's known that he's a beholder rather than like no one knows he's a beholder. But he has like influence over the entire Undercity and most of the Underdark, right? Because he's been there for so long. And one of the things that we I think one of our players didn't know what a beholder looked like, and we talked about it, and then someone made the comment about Mike. I forget, someone made a comment about Mike Wazowski looks like a beholder, and then we found a Mike Wazowski beholder, and then I told the players, I was like, this ruins it, because I feel like I was gonna create a green beholder anyways, like a pretty green beholder, because I was like, that's a cool color. I was like, and now I'm just gonna keep thinking about Mike Wazowski the entire time, and it was just so funny. And we have a Mike Wazowski beholder in our campaign now, and I love it. It's so good. He won't look like Mike. He'll look like a scarier version of Mike Wazowski when I get around to painting him. I love that connection was made, because I hadn't made that connection, and it happened, and I was like, this is really funny. Stop! No, it was downhill. I know. His name is Balthazar. Everyone calls him Ball. And I had a character say something, and I wasn't thinking, and it came out, and I regret everything. Can't have nice things. You can't have nice things. I did it to myself. Stop. Oh my gosh. get sacked. Leave. Leave. I can't. He hasn't been sacked just yet, but he is in the, there is plans to sack him. His kitty henchman is Sully. That's right. Yeah. Kitty. I cannot believe you all are referring to a Rakshasa as a kitty, because that kitty has the power to destroy every single one of you individually and together. Keep playing. You're playing the fuck around and find out. Speed run. Oh, nuts. Stop. Oh boy. It was a the minute it exited my, like, the minute I said it and I just sat there for a second, I was like, I will never see the end of this. I was like, my players will absolutely make fun of this forever. It was fun because I was like, I can use this. I really like them. I think they have some interesting abilities. I also love the idea of an eternal enemy that you just have that you can't kill unless you know, go to the 9 hells and actually kill it. Pure B. Let me just find a way to get to the 9 hells really quickly. Oh wait, I wanted to use this really quickly on these bars here. Okay. I'm just kidding. This. That is very true. You know, it was a time and a half. It was truly a time and a half. That's how I feel. Wait, if he teleports to the 9 hells while someone is holding onto him, would they go there with him? Yeah. Well, that is what plane shift was doing. He has the plane shift spell. Yeah. So. Ben, hello. Strex Scorpion, hi. Welcome on in. Thank you for that subscription. Hello, hello. How are you? Welcome on in. Might do something a little stupid the next time we see Will. Whenever you see Will the next time, truly, is the question. I feel like I'm getting very overwhelmed with how many paints I have out. We'll see the next time you guys see Will. I feel like it should be interesting to see what you guys come up with in order to deal with that potential plotline with Will and the Beholder. We'll see. Usually I save this until last, but the white is such a stark contrast to everything else going on that I was like, nope, we're gonna do this right now. There we are. Okay, let's see. What else I want to do with this? He's got his little teethers. I do have a little bit more of the Skaven skin to do. Let's work on his swords next, which I was thinking about doing almost like a rusted sword. I thought would be kind of interesting. I don't know if I feel like doing that. It's actually just do a little bit more shading on. Let's see here, just grab a little bit more of this and a little bit more of this. just, ouch, a little bit more. This is getting in the way. Oh. I feel like today might be a 2 cups of coffee kind of day. Be excited if I can actually finish this whole thing by stream, which I feel like I'm on a good track to. Actually, what I should be doing is going back in the air and doing this area. Because I forgot that it is supposed to be condemned. There. My FLGS just brought in a bunch more Warhammer stuff, set up a new display, and instantly created the "but do I need another money draining hobby" debate in my mind. Oh my gosh, is it, I wonder, I know Warhammer, I think, has rolled out a couple new things, like, in terms of displays, so, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna be the voice of reason here. If it interests you, it might be something you could look into. Could be something you look into. I'm just saying. I totally, like, I feel like, though, I absolutely understand, like, it is very much a money draining hobby. But, I mean, only as much as you want it to be, I suppose, is, like, the other thing. I'm just bad at not spending money on my hobbies at the moment, so, you know. If you are looking for something to, like, sort of kickstart getting into it, would highly recommend, like, picking up. So this is the board game. These are for the board game Warhammer Underworlds. That would be a good starting point. That's a little bit cheaper to get into. Gets you a little bit situated with figures and painting and that sort of thing, and also figuring out what you like. I've heard Age of Sigmar is a little bit easier rules-wise because it's not as dense in terms of rules. It's really, yeah, and also I think my big thing would be, like, you know, find people locally who you can, like, actually, like, get into that hobby with, you know? Whether it's finding out whether or not you have, like, a local Warhammer group or something like that. So... I'm also not gonna lie, like, eBay's a really good place to find things a little bit cheaper. I would also suggest, like, looking and see if people locally are selling stuff, because I have found some great prices for things instead of buying them outright, which has been nice, so... looked good. It looked so good, but I'm so clueless. But that display was a piece of marketing genius. I think I stared open mouth long enough to get start getting worried about me. That's really funny. That is so funny. I love that. Hey, listen, their stuff's impressive. I like their marketing is it draws the eye to those who are interested in it. I mean, it looks cool. It's cool stuff, you know. So it's hard not to be interested in it. So. There you go. Perfect. I would seriously suggest, like, smaller scale wise to try out either Underworlds or Kill Team is a really good smaller set of it's set in the 40k universe if that's what you're looking for. And like it's a really good a smaller version. Kill Team I think you can play with they have smaller groups of things, like I think you play with maybe like 10 models max, if I am remembering that correctly. So, which I have really wanted to try because I'm like, it's a great excuse to try different factions without sinking all the money into. So yeah, I mean, there are ways to get into it without dropping like, you know, what would be like the equivalent of like a house mortgage, or like dropping money on a house to buy, you know, sort of equivalent, but it can get dangerous pretty quickly. So. This is just coming off because it's getting pain in the butt right now. Okay. I feel like that sword is basically where I want it. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we'll just do it down here. Okay. Oof. What are we doing on time? Oh, okay. Probably keep it to 2 hours. I feel like I am using steam a little. Perfect. Let's get these little parts right down here. Like a, I can't tell what that is. It looks like a star of some kind. Yeah, it looks like a throwing star, I think. I do really appreciate like the small details in these. So like for example, like the fact that like there are holes in some of this is just really neat. Like the holes in like the I don't know, I just really appreciate when they like do small details like that on these models. That to me is like worth like spending these money on these models, is like the like little tiny details on them. Alright, let's see. I wanted to add, I was thinking about adding like a bluish tint to this, so I was thinking about adding some of this, what is this one called? Deep Ocean. Thinking about adding some of this. This one might be a little bit darker than I think I want, but thinking about adding it to some of the green. Yeah, okay, looks cool. Make it look less like gunk and more like actual, like, I think it's supposed to be like a magical substance of sort. Tree Pando. I gotta put Pando on the screen. Hold up. Let's add Pando to the screen. I think it's this one. Pando. Red source. Little Pando. There you are. We'll add Pando right there. Well, no, that's in the way, but. I'll put Pando above the chat right there. It's such a cute little. What is Pando at? Level 9. There, so now when you actually use it, you can see whatever happens with it. Let's see here. Oh. You can play rock, paper, scissors. I have no idea how you do that, but apparently you can do it. Pando's the little guy right up at the top of the chat. Usually Pando's on my BRB screen, but I haven't been doing a lot of BRBs recently, so I've been meaning to move Pando onto. It's a tie. Oh shoot. Isn't he adorable? I love Pando. Alright, let's see. I think we're gonna use some Iron Breaker. Another day, Pando. Another day. Pando just ate up quite a bit of your little paint chips. This never wants to stay open. Maybe I put it like... I have paint chips to spare. I was gonna say, I feel like you've been on these a lot that you don't even need to... Oh? What are you gonna choose? Oh no. Who's gonna win? I gotta watch this. Hold up. I think you just type in what you want. Rock, paper, or scissors. It's a tie. Pando. I feel like Pando's cheating. I don't trust Pando either. Seems a bit suspicious. Is Pando lying to us? Strange that there were two ties. Oh? Oh shit. Atlas said, I will win. I wonder if two people have to put in... Maybe not. That doesn't make sense to me. It's a tie. Pando? Alright, Pando's rigged. Everybody go home. Pando's not letting anybody have fun. Pando said either we tie or no one wins. Seems a bit suspicious. Listen, I don't make the rules, Pando does, so I apologize. I'm just letting Pando live here rent-free. Just letting them chill out. I can't control it. Pando tires. Never trust him. I love it. Alright, let me get these little spiky bits painted up, and then I will do some big stretches. Oh? Another challenger has entered the field. I want to try it after this. Hold up. This is really funny. It's a tie? Come on. Alright, Pando. It didn't do anything. Hold up. Let me try something. Whatever, Pando. I'll give you a treat for being a little... Oh! So many treats. Does Pando eat hands and hearts? That was weird. Pando sucks. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll get us a better stream pet. Oh. Pando's the worst. Pando doesn't let anyone win, and that sucks. I'll be on the lookout for another little I apologize for Pando's behavior today. We will be chatting afterwards. I'll tell them what's up. Tell them that's not fair. That's absolutely rude. And go from there. We'll see what they say. Oh, Pando. I love taking these out because I can just like pull off of, like, once it dries, it just pulls off super easy. It's very nice. Then I have a clean little space to put inks and put metallics without having to ruin my paint palette. ASMR. Oh, I forgot. I ran out of white this morning. Shoot. Okay. Oh, wait. Is this... Can I try and use some of this? Maybe I can bring this back to life in some way, shape, or form. There we go. Oh, ugh. That was nasty. Sorry. That was some person deciding they needed to go by our apartment making too much noise. Alright, I feel like I'm going to finish up a couple things on this. I'll probably call it. Because I feel like I'm getting at a good stopping point. I don't want to go back over with this. There are certain areas where this just doesn't look as good as it could. $30K! Oh my goodness, Rick. That is amazing. That's a lot of paint you're gonna have to clean up later. That is quite a bit. That is awesome though. I feel like I need to do some big like redeemers if you have that much. I don't know what I would do. Although, honestly, sometimes on people's streams, I just love collecting them for the sake of collecting them. It's just fun. The little points. Channel points, is that what they're called? Just think of them as just paint chips. Hey, someone's got to remind me and use those points up, you know? Someone's got to remind me. I don't do a good job reminding myself, so... Pretty good. I feel like I was not expecting the like skin on this to be as difficult as it was, but then I like sat down and I was like, what am I doing with this? Because they look more like they look like a very pale flesh color, and I just don't really like that. It just doesn't look good to me. So. Oh, I see. I lost some other stuff, and then I will do the last remaining white bits that are on this. Ooh, that was almost bad news. Well, now you've hit it. That is perfect. I don't know if challenging Pando is worth it. Pando seems to be rigging the game, so... there's that. And then let's add in a little bit of this other color that I wanted to use on the blue.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
Did that not play? It showed up, but it didn't look like it played. Weird. Let me see something. Oh, I see. You heard it? Okay. I did not. I've got to figure out why. I don't ever hear those. It's so weird. I do love that sound though. All right. I think the only other thing that I really have on this, besides cleaning up on a couple areas of these, there we go. I think the only thing I have left are like little toenails and the like wraps around his foot, which is perfect. Also, this is why I'm almost out of paint chips. Hey, I'm just giving you fun incentives to use them. You don't have to, you know, hoard them, I guess. Unless you want to. If that's like your style of doing things, then, you know, more power to you. It's the most intense little twofer I've ever seen. I'm saying out of the Caribbean cruise reward. Caribbean. That's funny. Yes, it is an all expense paid trip to the online world of the internet. Cool. Bug me if I don't actually paint that part. Cool. There we are. Looks pretty neat. I feel like there's a little bit of tweaking I think I want to do to this in general. Why did I think that was an actual reward name and then I got confused when I didn't see it? Oh, it is. You didn't see it? You didn't see it? It's there. It's definitely there. I don't know. I don't know what you're not seeing, Atlas. Wait, sorry, I'm just seeing. Why are we fighting Costco? Might need to refresh the page. No, D&D is located at the last page.